Christ would respond. Di mo kayang i-trigger ang taong ito, kahit nilagay mo siya sa isang lugar na napakaraming paghihirap, you will see that he will always respond with love, with peace, with generosity. Hindi siya magmumura, magagalit, magrereklamo. He will not blame God. Sadly, when people get attacked by the devil because they do not believe that the devil can attack them, ano ginagawa nila? Because hindi sila niniwala na kaya silang atakihin ng demonyo, immediately they blame God. Lord, why are you doing this to me? Bakit malas ang buhay ko? There is no such thing as malas o swerte, my dear brothers and sisters. Because everything is under divine providence. Walang swerte at walang malas, walang karma. Those are all nonsense. Everything is under the providence of God. He permits or wills something. At kapag parang malas ang buhay mo, you're actually under attack by the devil. You don't know how to defend yourself from the devil. Kasi madalas alam natin prayers for healing. Right? We know a lot of prayers for our needs. But few people know how to combat the devil, which is the number one enemy of a Christian. The number one enemy of Christ, nung siya ay nagkatawang tao, ang Diyos ay nagkatawang tao, the number one enemy of Jesus was always the devil. And therefore, he will always be our number one enemy. Our number one enemy is not one another. It is the devil who can also use others para atakihin tayo. Okay. So what is virtue? It is simply an action that we do again and again, a good action. Halimbawa, may dumating na tukso. Okay? Maybe nagdadasal ka, nasa loob ka ng kapilya o simbahan, and suddenly as you are praying, you start to imagine chicken joy. Okay? Parang nagugutom ka na. Okay? Now, that is a temptation. Tukso pa lamang yan. That is not a sin. Remember, kapag tayo'y tinutukso ng demonyo o ng ating laman, it is never a sin. It depends of how we respond to that temptation. So, magandang itanong sa ating sarili kapag dumadating ang mga tuksong ito, to always ask the question, what would a loving Christian do in this situation? Or, what would Jesus do in this situation? Now, when your response becomes natural already, every time you are distracted, you return back to prayer, you always say, Lord, I want to focus on you. Lord, I will focus on you. Pag naging secondary na yan, parang naging natural na sa'yo, then you gain a virtue. Yan yung tinatawag natin na virtue. Madali nang maging banal. Parang ang isang santo, halimbawa, it is almost impossible for them to commit sin. Why? Because it is something that goes against their nature. So it's very important to develop virtues because many times without virtues, darating ang tukso at kapag tayo hindi handa, babagsak tayo sa mga tukso ng demonyo. For example, you can be also maybe praying and suddenly a thought comes into your mind. Okay? About a hurt that you had nung bata ka pa, naalala mo may ginawa sa'yo. Okay? So suddenly you are traumatized. You start to get angry. That is a diabolical temptation. Galing sa demonyo yan. Hindi galing sa utak mo yan. Why? Because you were not thinking about it, but it suddenly appeared in biglang pumasok na lang yung isip, yung mga salita na, uy, nung bata ka, gantong nangyari sa'yo. Okay? So you start to experience anger, hatred against the persons who hurt you. So that is from the evil one because it will lead you down into a path of negativity and hatred and unforgiveness. Also know your catechism now more than ever because in the end times, in the latter days, alam natin that there will be a lot of false, we may say, teachings, deceptions, false signs and wonders. So know your catechism. Okay? Then you will know what is true and what is not true. Okay? Develop the conscience, what is right in the eyes of God and what is wrong in the eyes of God. Hindi ayon sa aking opinion, ano ba yung tama at ano yung mali. Okay? Anong feel ko, that is wrong. Because kapag tayo yumao na, we will be judged not according to my opinion, but according to the standards of God. Okay? Kaya kapag halimbawa, hindi ako naniniwala na ito ay kasalanan, although kasalanan, halimbawa, I don't believe that not going to Mass on Sundays, I don't believe that it is a sin, and then I die, God will not follow my opinion. He will put His standards on you. Okay? Ibig sabihin, you have to reach His standards. If you do not meet His standards, then hindi ka makakapasok sa langit. That's why develop the conscience. Because madalas marami mga kabataan na hindi na alam anong tama, mali, anong totoo at hindi. There's a lot of fake news and a lot of deception. That's why if we are not faithful to the teachings of the church, we can be misled. If you are not obedient to the church teachings, then we will be misled by the devil. Okay? I would like to talk a little about the reality of hell. Okay? Because of course, this is the first thing you have to understand. Where do the demons come from? Saan nagagaling ang mga demonyo? Saan sila? Where are they situated? And where is their headquarters? Okay? It is in hell. So we have to understand what is hell. Now, Saint Teresa of Avila, I'm sure kilala niyo po siya, had a vision of hell. She was brought by God to hell to experience the reality of what hell is all about and that there are souls in hell. Kasi may mga nagsasabi walang mga kaluluwa sa impyerno. And that is impossible. Okay? So the Lord again and again shows, pinapakita niya sa mga santo ang katotohanan na may impyerno at may mga kaluluwa sa impyerno. Even a person, remember in the Gospels, someone asked Jesus, Lord, will many be saved? Ano sabi ni Jesus? Few will find the narrow road, and few will enter the narrow gate. That's why we have to understand, kapag, halimbawa, mga anghel, how many of them are in hell? The angels, nung sila ay nilikha ng Diyos, ilan sa kanila ang nasa impyerno ngayon? 1/3 are in hell. Okay? Ganyang karami, 1/3 are in hell. Mga tao, people, human beings, ilang kaya ang nasa impyerno? Remember, the demons were former angels, and the angels were pure spirits. That means that they are more superior than us. Mas mataas ang kanilang, we may say, essence, okay? Their essence is higher than human beings because tayo may laman tayo, may katawan tayo. Ang mga anghel, they are pure spirits. So they had no concupiscence, they had no original sin. Wala pang mga demonyo para tuksoin sila. And they were not living in the world where there is a lot of materialism to tempt them. But imagine 1/3 of them are in hell. So how many kaya sa mga tao ang babagsak sa impyerno? At may nabasa ako mula kay Saint Augustine at Saint Thomas Aquinas. At dito ako na-shock. Sabi nila, there are more souls in hell than in heaven. What about the mercy of God? So that is a big question. What about the mercy of God? Well, the mercy of God, you have to understand, mga kapatid, the mercy of God is like this. God has a standard para tayo makapasok sa langit. Since the time of the apostles until today, yung kanyang batayan na yan ay hindi nagbabago. Okay? Today, it's very hard to reach that standard because maraming tukso ngayon, maraming distractions. Na madalas nakakalimutan ng tao ang kanyang kaluluwa. You can be so distracted with so many things that you forget your soul is present in your life. It's there within your body. And because of this, okay, imagine if you forget, if the devil is able to do this, okay, tumatanda na tayo, no? Where was I? wait. Distractions, okay? Tama na. Minsan mas mabilis ang utak ko kaysa sa bibig ko, no? That's why I can... So if you forget, for example, your soul, I remember one exorcism, no? Sabi ng demonyo ganito, no? Nagsasalita yung demonyo, it was a speaking demon. Sabi ng exorcist sa kanya, bakit ang mga taong makasalanan? Bakit parang wala silang problema sa buhay? They even have more and more pleasures. Why are you not harassing them? At sabi ng demonyo sa exorcist, of course, he was forced to tell the truth in the name of Jesus. Sabi ng demonyo, why will I torture my friends? Okay? They are already mine. Sa akin na mga yan. I have eternity to torture them. I have eternity to torture them. So I will give them more of the pleasures of the world. I will give them more money para lang makalimutan nila ang kanilang kaluluwa. Until the last moment, pag namatay na sila, then mararanasan nila ang kamatayan, pagkamatay ng isang kaluluwa. Then they will realize what it is to have a dead soul. So I will give them more and more of the world as long as they forget God totally, they forget their soul totally. The more they are distracted, the better it is for the devil. That's why kapag isang taong ganyan na makasalanan, gustong umalis ngayon sa kanyang kasalanan, that's when actually the devil attacks them. Father, bakit ngayon nagbagong buhay ako? Parang napakarami mga pagsubok. Ang daming harassments. It's because now you are not the friend of the devil. Now, parang nakita niya, uy, makalusot to sa akin. This person, this soul is about to escape from my clutches. So now, I will attack the person. Kasi mga taong ino-oppress at pinopossess, ino-obsess, madalas, it is when they want to make already a better change in their lives. Then the devil manifests himself na he has been there all along. So the angels, imagine you, they had all these powers. The demons have, when they were still angels, they had all these benefits of a superior nature, and yet they ended up in hell. No? So imagine yung mga tayo na mahina, maraming tukso sa mundo, tinutukso tayo ng demonyo, may laman tayo, may concupiscence. The more we have to rely on God. So the mercy of God is not, He is lowering the standards. Parang gusto pumasok sa isang universidad. It is not just kapag sinabi ng university, okay, para sa'yo, ibababa natin yung passing grade. That is unjust. Diba? If the Lord cannot lower His standards to enter heaven, but what He will do is He will give you as many chances and opportunities and all the resources na kailangan mo para makapasok sa langit. Pero paano kung ayaw mo talagang magkumpisal? Then that is already your choice. Diba? Then you end up in hell. Okay? Sa impyerno ka babagsak. And that's a reality. So sabi ni Saint Teresa of Avila, it was that vision which filled me with a very great distress that I feel at the sight of so many lost souls. Especially of those who have left the church, yung mga umalis sa pagiging Katoliko at sumama sa ibang mga sekta o kulto. Okay? For they were once members of the church by baptism. Sadly, many Catholics leave the church to join sex cults, other religions, because doon daw mas masaya, may fellowship. But yan yung gusto ng demonyo. Because the number one thing for your soul to survive on this earth is what is the food of the soul. Na kapag hindi nyo kinain na regular, mamatay ang kaluluwa ninyo. Ano? The Eucharist. The devil will give you everything, lahat ng kasiyahan sa mga fellowship, as long as he removes the mask from your life. He removes the body and blood of Jesus from your life. At pangalawa, you will also be forced to remove your relationship or destroy your relationship with Our Lady. Kaya kapag mga kulto, sekta, unang-una binabanatan nila is Our Lady, yung ating mahal na ina. Because she is like the window that you can still go in para makapasok ka pa rin sa tahanan. So what the devil will do is he will trick you as a Catholic and say, mas masaya dito. Okay? Sasama ka ngayon sa mga born again, whatever, no? And your soul dies the moment you stop receiving Holy Communion. Okay? And especially kapag you treat Mama Mary, the Mother of God, in a sacrilegious manner. I do not know, sabi ni Saint Teresa of Avila, how we can be calm when we see Satan carry so many souls away daily. The children of Fatima, alam natin yung tatlong bata, nagpakita ang ating mahal na birhen sa kanila. Sabi ni Saint Jacinta, we must pray very much to save souls from hell. So many go there, so many. Sabi nga, Our Lady of Fatima, pray very much and make sacrifices for sinners, for many souls go to hell. Because there are none to sacrifice themselves and to pray for them. Kilala niyo si Saint Faustina, of course, no? Of the Divine Mercy. Isang santo na naman na pinakita ng Diyos sa kanya ang katotohanan ng impyerno at yung mga kaluluwa nandun sa impyerno. Sabi niya, to reflect on God's justice deepens our gratitude for His mercy and compels us to repent and seek His mercy. And if His justice terrifies us, yet His mercy gives us hope. Okay, so God will give you all that you need habang buhay ka para maligtas ka. Hindi lamang para maligtas ka so that you become holy, maging banal ka. Hindi lamang maligtas, kasi may mga iba, basta makalusot na ako, Father, basta kahit ako pinamababa sa langit. No? That should not be. Because love wants to give always the maximum. Ayaw niya yung minimum. Okay? So, what's important is that, okay, we have to make use of all the means that the Lord is giving us now to save our souls. Halimbawa, the devotion to the Divine Mercy, very important. The devotion for the last days. This is the last major devotion according to Jesus to Saint Faustina. Before the time of justice comes, the time of mercy will be given. And this is the time of mercy. So ito yung sinabi niya nung pinakita sa kanya yung impyerno. Okay? How terribly souls suffer there in hell. Consequently, I pray even more fervently for the conversion of sinners. One soul is infinitely loved by God. That's why kung gusto mo magbigay ng kagalakan sa ating Panginoon, save one sinner. That gives infinite joy to God. Imagine nyo, God has everything already. Lahat ay nasa Kanya na. What else can you give God to make Him happy? Ngunit sabi ni Jesus, if a sinner returns to the Father, there is rejoicing in heaven. Ibig sabihin, kahit ang Diyos mismo ay nagagalak, there is more joy in a sense added to God when one soul is saved. Even the angels, natutuwa ang mga anghel. Why? Because they see God who is so happy with one soul that is saved. That is why it's very important to understand how much we are loved by God. We are loved infinitely. Each soul is loved infinitely. At lahat ay ibibigay niya para maligtas yung isang kaluluwa at hindi lamang yan to become holy, to become saintly. Okay? So, if you want to give a soul to give a gift to God, like this Christmas season, convert a sinner, someone who has left the church, bring them back to the church. And this will grant a lot of joy in the heart of God, and you will also be able to experience this joy in your own soul. God's joy will overflow to your souls. Sabi ni St. Augustine, do not despair, one of the thieves was saved. Do not presume, one of the thieves was damned. So we should not presume. Okay? We should not presume na, well, madali lang pumasok sa langit. Okay? Okay? So I will simply wait until the last day. Pag medyo may sakit na ako, mamatay na ako, doon ako makukumpisal. And that is impossible. You cannot tell God, wala akong pakialam sa iyo, throughout the entire life, I don't care about you, and then suddenly mamamatay ka na, Lord, I love you. Okay, that doesn't happen. Hindi nangyayari yan. So you can forget about that. Yung mga tao nagsasabi na, siguro pag medyo later on na lang ako makukumpisal, later on na lang akong babalik sa Diyos. That is not love. Okay? You're using God for your own personal agenda. You don't really love the Lord. Kasi paano sinasabi mo sa Kanya, sige, I will still hurt you now, I will still hurt you. Patuloy kong sasaktan, I will commit these sins, and I will just, even though it is hurting you, I will continue to commit them. I will just say sorry after a few years. Okay? So that cannot be love. Okay? So sabi from this book, Saints Who Saw Hell, hell is the final guarantee that what we do here and now really matters. So we are placed on this earth precisely to prepare for heaven. Tayo nilikha ng Diyos at nilagay sa mundo to make the choice. The only reason nandito tayo sa mundo is to make a choice to be with Him. That's the only reason. Did the Lord put us on this earth to be happy? Yes or no? Nilagay ba tayo ng Diyos sa mundong ito para maging masaya? Yes or no? No. Mali. God placed us on this earth para maging banal. What does holiness mean? To have a relationship with God and with one another. Why? Because pag sinabi ko, gusto ko maging pare para maging masaya, hindi ako magiging pare. Dahil hindi madali ang buhay ng pare. I have to sacrifice so many things. So I cannot tell na the Lord put me on this earth simply to enjoy all of this, all the pleasures of the world. Mali yun. We are not made for this world. We are made for the next life. Or else, when we look at the life of Jesus, you can see He has so many sufferings. At yung krus niya, no? Sobra-sobra yung mga kahirapan niya, yung pagdurusa niya. So, when you become holy, you have a deep relationship with God, a loving relationship with God, then you become happy. Then you become happy. Happiness is a result of holiness. That's why sa langit, yung kasiyahan, kagalakan, between the three persons of the Trinity is based on their love. Doon nag-uugat yung kanilang kagalakan sa pag-ibig. Sa pag-ibig. So we should never forget that. That's why sometimes to become holy, the Lord will allow crosses in our lives. Maraming kabigatan sa ating buhay. But if you learn to embrace it with love, you will experience a joy within your soul that is more intense than the pleasures that you will find in the world. I can assure you of that. Because mga santo, pag minasdan mo ang kanilang buhay, they were the most joyful people. Di ba, mga santo? But if you look at what they owned, yung mga pag-aari nila, yung pera nila, they were very simple. What was their secret? It was always love. So the more horrible we understand hell to be, the more marvelous we understand heaven to be. Okay? The more deeply we fathom what God wants to save us from, the more grateful we are that He desires to save us. Okay? So halimbawa, nag-apply ka sa isang universidad, bumagsak ka, masakit. Okay? It's painful. Okay? So the next time, you study better and then you pass. Okay? And you pass precisely because maybe your barkada now helps you, nagkakaroon kayo ng mga study groups, etc. Okay? And therefore you pass. So ganun rin sa going to heaven. It is not easy, but if you ask the Lord for help and assistance, you will be able to experience all the help you need para makapasok, para makapasa. Okay? Because how holy should you be to unite with an infinitely holy? How holy dapat ang isang tao para makipag-ugnayan sa isang walang hanggang kabanalan? Infinite holiness. You have to be quite holy, di ba? So it's all God's mercy. But we have to make use of the means. So the devil can attack us through temptation, yung tukso. He can attack us extraordinarily through obsession, attack sa mind. As I mentioned, pwede siyang maglagay ng mga iba't ibang, we may say, ideya sa ating isipan. Oppression, he can attack the body. Halimbawa, binabangungot palagi tayo kapag tayo ay pumunta sa isang lugar na maraming mga spirito. Possession, of course, sinasapian. And infestation, kapag yung inyong bahay ay may mga paranormal occurrences. Marami mga kababalaghan na nangyayari doon, marami mga paranormal experiences. Halimbawa, marami mga black figures, mga anino na naglalakad sa gabi, umiikot sa tahanan ninyo. Ang dami nagkakasakit doon sa tahanan na yan, sa bahay na yan. So this is what we call infestation. The devil is attacking an object. So the two targets of the devil, always, two major targets, the emotions and the mind. Right? The devil wants to create so many emotional openings in a person. Sadness, anger, fear. Because kapag tayo bumagsak sa mga matinding mga damdamin na iyan, it attracts evil spirits at ginagatungan nila yan. Okay? Palagi nilang igagatong yung mga sugat natin. Okay? Especially if it is anger, fear, or sadness. The more fearful you are, the more sad you are or depressed, the more angry you are, automatically you can be sure. The more you are sure that an evil spirit will enter and attach to you. Because any of these three negative emotions attracts evil spirits. And they will aggravate your condition. Later on, from sadness, naging depressed ka na. Kailangan mo na magkumuha ng mga medications for your depression. And also the mind, sinabi ko na kanina, the devil can put thoughts in your mind. Okay? Wala kang kwenta, magpakamatay ka na. So maraming mga kabataan, it's the same words always. You are worthless, kill yourself. It's all the same. Okay? So always use spiritual warfare. Command the spirits that are attacking the mind of the young person to get out of the place. So guard your emotional life. We cannot exorcise someone who has unforgiveness. Right? Very important to. Many times, when we experience, hindi umaalis yung mga masasamang spirito sa isang tao, we ask always, have you forgiven everyone in your life? Many times, it is unforgiveness that is the main reason kaya hindi umaalis ang mga masasamang spirito. Meron silang kinakapitan. They get their energy when there is unforgiveness in the soul. Okay? So remember that giving in to our emotions, okay, our sinful temptations, the sinful temptations, is very, very dangerous because it gives power to the evil one. So constantly strengthen your will, discipline your emotions. Pag kayo ay tinukso, agad-agad labanan ninyo. Don't wait habang tumatagal. Okay? Kasi habang tumatagal, lumalakas ang tukso. Kapag may pumasok dyan na isang negative na thought, yun, wala kang saysay sa buhay, okay, you are worthless. Immediately rebuke that. Okay? That is coming from the devil. That is not coming from the Lord. Automatic yan. Okay? So remove that because if you feed on that, little by little, you will start to experience, the effects of listening to the devil. Okay? Babagsak ka sa napakaraming mga problema. Okay? So check your thought life also. Always be aware of what you are thinking because many times, akala natin galing yung ideya na yan mula sa ating utak, pero hindi natin alam ito'y galing sa labas ng ating utak, ito'y galing sa demonyo. Don't assume that it is coming from your brain. If it is something negative at galing parang it came out of the blue, wala kang ginagawa, nakupo ka lang, biglang may pumasok dyan na ideya. Sabi ni St. Ignatius, this is from the evil one. Okay? That is from the evil spirit. Just like kapag nakupo ka, tapos may inspirasyon na pumasok sa isipan mo, sabi ni St. Ignatius, that is from a good spirit. That is from the good angel. Okay? Don't forget to discipline your body so that you are not easily triggered by the devil. If you are easily triggered to anger, check on that. Okay? Okay? Discipline it because if it is not discipline, the devil will continue to trigger that weakness. For example, we can discipline our body through fasting, okay? Denying certain pleasures that one enjoys frequently, like maybe going to Starbucks, okay? Remaining silent, gusto mo makipagchismisan, okay? Instead of speaking when the issue is not important. So these are some ways we can discipline our emotions. Para kapag dumating na ang tunay na tukso, we have the strength to be able to say no. So we can offer all of these sacrifices for reparation for our past sins, reparation to Jesus and Mama Mary, apostolate of offering for the benefit of the church, conversion of sinners, mga kaluluwa sa purgatorio, and to dominate our human fallen nature. Our Lady of Fatima, sabi niya, sacrifice yourself for sinners and say many times, especially when you make some sacrifice, oh Jesus, it is for love of you, for the conversion of sinners and in reparation for sins committed against the Immaculate Heart of Mary. So also make use of indulgences. Sabi ni Saint Teresa of Avila kay Jesus, Lord, bakit itong Madre na to, parang she's a simple sister. She was not really very holy. Bakit nung namatay siya, nakita kong ang kanyang kaluluwa ay agad-agad pumasok sa langit? Jesus told her, because she made a lot of use of indulgences a lot of times. Okay? So let us again study and make use of indulgences. Yung mga plenary indulgence, mga partial indulgence. Napaka-importante niyan. When you're about to be judged by the Lord, you will be thankful that you have made use of all of these resources to experience God's mercy. Okay? So how do we secure our homes? I would like to talk a little about now the demons. Okay, so unang-una, hell is real at doon ang mga demonyo. It was created primarily for them. Now, who are the major demons that we will have to face in our life on this earth? Of those angels who had fallen from heaven, a third of them abide in hell. Yung pinakamatataas na mga demonyo ay nasa impyerno, doon sila tinapon. A third inhabit the air. They be called them spirits of the air. And a third inhabit this world and tempt human beings. We call them the unclean spirits. Yung mga fallen angels sa impyerno, we call them demons. The fallen angels in the air, we call them the spirits of the air. The fallen angels in nature, we call them unclean spirits. Sila madalas ang nagpapanggap bilang mga engkanto, mga kapre, mga tikbalang, mga nuno sa punso. They appear in those forms. Or pwede silang magpakita in the form of isang kamamatay lamang na isang tao. They can take the form of a dead soul, a dead person. So there are three great demonic princes who are bound together with their leader, Lucifer. Lucifer himself has primarily placed as supreme ruler and monarch of hell. Siya yung pinakamataas. He is called Satan after he fell. But the first of his allies or generals is called Asmodeus. If you're in the ministry of exorcism, you will encounter Asmodeus many times. Of course, hindi mismo si Asmodeus ang kinakalaban mo. Usually, it's one of his generals. Because Asmodeus is one of the high demons at hindi siya makaalis o makakalabas sa impyerno. Okay? He sends his demons, his followers, to attack. Hindi siya mismo. This Asmodeus had formerly been one of the cherubim, but now presides over all the vices and sinful lusts of the flesh.